Greetings and blessings, dear friends in the Spirit 111. It's Eddie Louisi. How are you? How was your week? Today's talk I'm calling Focus on the Divine Within. This is season 4 for the podcast and videos, episode 3. I'm recording this on Sunday, September 29th. So before I start my reading, you see I have my Ukraine shirt on. This past week, because in New York City, United Nations had a gathering with all leaders from around the world. And on Good Morning America and GMA3, our afternoon show, we had the Queen of Jordan on the show. And then we had the First Lady of Ukraine do a taping with us. So I wore this shirt on the set of Good Morning America, and I'm backstage with all the producers and all the bookers and all the security, and this one big tough looking guy from Ukraine security put out his fists and he wanted to fist pump me, and I fist pumped him, and he said, "Thank you for wearing that and supporting us." And I said, yeah, I've had this for months in the very beginning of Putin's war. And I told him that when I drive to work every single morning, I drive over to George Washington Bridge and I say a prayer for Ukraine. So that made me feel good. So I just wanted to wear that today. I wanted to share that little story with you. But let's now focus on the divine within. I'm going to read from Science of Mind. It's called Focus on the Infinite. Where is your focus in this moment? As you think back over the last few days, what are the specific things you allowed your mind and energy to focus on? If you continue to focus on these things for the next year, what will that bring about in your life? Will that bring about things that create a greater sense of joy and peace? Or would that bring about more stress and struggle? Our focus is a powerful tool we all possess. Yet it seems we allow our focus to be dictated by what we might be experiencing in the external world. That means our focus and attention are always at the mercy of what is happening outside of ourselves. However, if we make a conscious choice to intentionally direct our focus toward the things that bring us joy, then our joy will increase. As is often stated, what we focus on expands. Notice it does not say only the positive will expand. If we are willing to focus on things that bring us joy and peace, then joy and peace will increase, allowing us to address and resolve specific challenges in our lives because we act from this state of peace and joy. Taking it a step further, we ultimately find peace and joy where once we found challenges. It all begins with our focus. Let us focus on the things we like to see expand in our lives. Do not act as if challenges are not there. Instead, know there is something greater within that is more powerful than any challenge or circumstance that exists. Focus on that. And the affirmation says, today, I focus on the divine within all things. Science of Mind. Now from daily practice, sacred reading and meditation. Hope is holding a creative tension between what is and what could and should be. Each day doing something to narrow the distance between the two. That's from Parker J. Palmer. Okay, this was received from 3 Minutes a Day, Christopher Books. Tony Rossi, if you're out there, how are you, brother? Embrace ability. For 31 years, the Christophers has sponsored a poster contest for high school students, asking them to visually interpret the theme, "You Can Make a Difference." First prize in 2021 was awarded to Alexi Ann Farrell, whose digital poster is comprised of photographs highlighting her volunteer work with youngsters who have special needs. In the center of the entry is the statement, "You can make a difference by embracing ability rather than disability." In 2017, my vocal coach partnered with an organization called Gigi's Playhouse, a Down Syndrome Achievement Center. Alexi explained in an email to the Christophers, to put on a performance led by individuals with Down syndrome, I was asked to assist in directing as well as mentoring the students. And I fell in love with the work. Farrell continued, in the world today, people are so quick to judge individuals with special needs and focus on the things they may be unable to do. Embracing their abilities instead of their disabilities not only gives them confidence, but also helps change society's view of people with special needs. The Spirit gave them ability from Acts 2:4, and the little prayer, may I celebrate everyone's unique abilities, Jesus. And it's interesting, this is talking about people with special abilities. I like that. Not special needs, but special abilities. That's turning it around into a positive. But I'm a church musician Saturday night, Sunday night, and last night at Immaculate Conception Church, one of our senior congregation, his name is Ray, got sick. And the pastor asked if there's any medical person, if they could come to his aid. And there were already 2 nurses there. And the pastor kind of walked away, and I asked everybody, I said, many times in church we raise our hands for blessings. Let's all raise our hands and let's bless Ray right now. And everybody raised their hand. I said, let's turn it around and point it towards Ray, not towards the front. And everybody did. And we continued with church and mass, and I played some softer music for the mood, and eventually police and ambulance came. And he's okay now, but apparently Ray just had 1 hard-boiled egg all day long. And I don't know what's going on financially with him, but I have, it's interesting. Just this past week I heard something, and I don't know where I heard it, but it was about elderly that are so proud yet hurting financially. And they won't ask for food and for money and for handouts. And they're just getting by paying, their gas, electric, and their rent. So Ray, my thoughts and prayers to you and to all elderly people that are hurting. And if you know anybody in your neighborhood or church or community that could get some help, great. And I shared prayers in our 2 private Friends in the Spirit 111 prayer groups. And I know there were 100 people praying for Ray, and a few of our dear friends said, why don't you start a food collection type thing for him, or where people cook. And I sent that to the pastor, and they said people have tried, and he's just very proud. He doesn't want that. So, but I'm going to continue to pray for Ray, and if I see him next week, I'm going to offer him my own phone number and say, hey, let's get together, let's have some lunch and see what I could do. From Neil Donald Walsh, on this day of your life, I believe God wants you to know, and me too, because I listen to these reflections also, that patience above all else is what is needed right now. Do not let anxiousness or frustration take over. Conditions on the exterior of your experience will change, but your highest benefit will be achieved when conditions in your interior remain the same. Hold to your inner peace, reclaim your identity, trust your higher wisdom, look to the grander vision. Do not agitate for a decision right now, nor seek an immediate solution. Do not wish for an end to things as they are. That end will come, yet let it arrive naturally. Do not push the river. Wait. The right time is at hand, and resolution of this difficulty is on its way. Love, your friend Neil Donald Walsh. DailyWord.com Unity. My life is part of the divine order of the world. Sometimes when the world feels unwelcoming, I might despair, questioning my place in it. At those times, I remember divine order applies to all things and circumstances. This understanding helps me relax and know I am a vital part of an active expression of that unfolding order. At the level of spirit, I am at one with everything and everyone around me. I feel the blessing of divine order every time I take a step forward, act upon a positive thought, and see the best in myself and others. I am newly aware that God is in all, through all, as all. Gratefully and gracefully, I accept my place in the order of all that is. And I know that despite any appearance to the contrary, all things always are coming together for good. And from Psalm 37:23, our steps are made firm by the Lord when he delights in our way. And this is a quote from Deuteronomy 4:29. And it's a picture, it looks like, of the sand with a seashell and the ocean. For you podcast people, for you video people, obviously I'm showing it to you right now. And it says, you will seek the Lord your God, and you will find him if you seek him with all your heart and with all your soul. This is called Jesus Revealed in Us. Today's inspiration comes from The Joy of My Heart by Anne Graham Lotz. L-O-T-Z. And first there's a little quote, and then there's a little, I guess it's a poem. 1 Peter 4:19. Those who suffer according to God's will should commit themselves to their faithful Creator and continue to do good. So here we go. If our kids always behave, and our boss is always pleased, and our home is always orderly, and our body is always feeling good, and we are patient and kind and thoughtful and happy and loving, others shrug because they're capable of being that too. On the other hand, if we have a splitting headache, the kids are screaming, the phone is ringing, the supper is burning, yet we are still patient, kind, thoughtful, happy, and loving, the world sits up and takes notice. The world knows that kind of behavior is not natural. It's supernatural, and others see Jesus revealed in us. And that says, just give me Jesus. So I don't know if that's a poem, a reflection, a song, but it's pretty cool, huh? Okay, I am going to end with the Tao Te Ching of Lao Tzu, page 56 if you have the book. Those who know don't talk. Those who talk don't know. Close your mouth. Block the door. Quiet your senses. Blunt the sharpness. Untie the tangles, soften the brightness, be one with the dust and enter the primal oneness. And one who has merged with Tao in this way can't be courted, can't be bought, can't be harmed, can't be honored, can't be humiliated. He is the treasure of the world. So, dear friends in the Spirit 111, this talk was called Focus on the Divine Within. And if you heard this whole talk and all the readings, try to find peace no matter what's going on in your life. Try to talk less. Go within more. Be at peace with whatever circumstance is happening in your life. Don't push the river. Be patient. Be kind. Be loving. Care about others. Think about others. When you have troubles, don't worry about those troubles and get you down, but try to do good to other people. Help other people. And just wait it out. Be patient. God is always there in every circumstance. So dear friends in the Spirit 111, don't forget to share your faith with family and friends. Stay blessed and a blessing, and cue the Spirit. Thanks for listening. Have a great Sunday and a great week ahead.